here. If you're new to the channel, I'll do a quick recap of what this is all about. Take a look. In March of 2020, I was living on the West Coast. I had a whole life out there. And then shortly after my dad passed away, the coronavirus hit. The future was unclear, especially for musicians and artists and creators who were immediately deemed non-essential workers. I decided it was the best move to go back to the East Coast and help my mom, but I soon found myself living in her house again after 15 years. And then I had a dream about Pee-wee Herman.
Pee-wee!
Where he gave me the idea to build my very own playhouse in my own Hollywood. So I immediately set out to work. But it was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and I finally was able to transform it into what you're seeing now. With some input and a little help from my friends, they gave me the great idea that I should build a music studio inside my playhouse. But the effects of the coronavirus lockdown, I found myself wondering where my money and next gig or jobs were gonna come from. I had big dreams, but an empty wallet. And so I started manifesting a miracle. And as fate would have it, it actually worked when I was awarded $15,000, a grant from the Lackawanna County for music and art. And then I got a call that said I'd be back on the big stage with my own original music. I had to get in shape. I let myself go and hadn't been on stage in over 3 years. But I knew it was time for a detox. The coronavirus had taken its toll on so many people, myself included, physically, mentally, emotionally. And now was my chance to get back on that horse, and after 2 years, I found myself back in a music studio, recording and singing. And just as I was about to go back on stage, I got some more terrible news. And I found myself grieving, once again, about the loss of some of the closest people to me in my life. But with the help of all my angels, I did make it back to the big stage that day. So, as you can see, in the end, I was able to get back on stage. It was a long journey, just like life is. So with the money I was granted by the Lackawanna County, if I was gonna get this amount of money, why go and pay someone else to do everything for me? Someone to make my videos, or someone to produce my music and give it to everyone else? Or why not learn how to do it myself? I always had someone doing it for me. It was great in some ways because I was able to watch what they did and kind of learn the process and the industry and all my experience. But the one way I think it hurt me was I never really learned to do it for myself. And we're in an era where there's all the tools where you can learn to do a lot of things yourself. So with the money I got, I decided to invest the bulk of it into my own music studio, bass guitar, desk chair, brand new MIDI keyboard, headphones, a Wacom art pad for doodling, brand new wireless printer, microphone, Focusrite Scarlett interface, 2 speakers, a Mac computer, complete with editing software, another second screen, 2 desks, desk 1, desk 2, floorboards, and the paint as well, all the little details, whiteboard, lamp, brand new laptop, Sony ZVE camera, bongos, guitar picks, keyboard, microphone, record player, TV, mini refrigerator, coffee maker, Felipe, Cornelius, sewing machine, brand new merchandise, paint, and new canvases. So as you can see, $15,000 went really fast. So money goes really, really fast, and sadly it's why a lot of businesses fail. Small businesses, and money is hard to get, especially when you're not having a lot of income in it first because you're building. Season will be seeing ways that could raise money and also ways we can earn money to continue to make music and create something that other artists could come to, a place where I could finally myself sit down and learn how to produce my own album and to make my own videos and to make my own merchandise and to have a little hub where I can do that. So I just pretty much did everything myself, girl boss. A lot of my own filming with the tripod. As you get to the peak top of one mountain you finally climb, there's always another one. So that's where I am at. This was just a project and an experiment. Took it to the level where I can. So that's why I thought that building my own production company, production of content, videos, and music, I could find a team and we could build something together. Follow along. I've never started my own business. You know, it's all pretty new to me. Learn your mistakes along the way. Why do I want to call it Passion Productions? I wanted to do something to honor my dad who passed away and one of my best friends and manager. I wanted to do something in their memory because they were the two people that believed in me and my passions the most in life. My dad had always said, try to go out and find your passion. That's always what fueled me through the hard times. Life isn't easy. Sometimes you want to find something that you're passionate about that keep you going in the hardest time. Why are we really here? Because it could be so hard and we really forget what we're fighting for. Ultimately, remembering who you are and getting that fight back in you when you're knocked down, that it's about getting back up. I want to have a place where I could be inspired and where other people could come and be inspired. So that's why I wanted to call it Passion Productions. That said, let's take a look at the beginning of what will be Passion Productions. Woo! Alright guys, so we did it. It's been such a long journey to show you the beginning of Passion Productions. I'm super excited. Behind me, I'm going to give you a little tour of what we've done so far and a long way that we've come from what it was. So follow me. In every studio, you gotta have a practice room, a place. I want to make a little place where we can just sit, like a lounge, have some coffee, write our ideas down. So I made this room. Come on in, this is the lounge. Ta-da! We got a TV, we got a record player, books, some coffee, and it's my piano. I painted this myself. Sometimes I'll come in here and do a little ditty. This is the lounge. We're gonna be inspired. So you see all the befores. I painted the place, I put in the floor myself. I painted the piano, brought that in, got all the accessories. This is a wall that I thought we could all sign our names on here when you visit Hollis Playhouse. Come on and I'll show you the rest, okay? That a gym was important because it's, mind, body, spirit. My boxing was. I like to call this Rocky's Rock Stars. So sitting at the computer all day and you're feeling a little bit like, oh, you just go in and you can lift some weights. This is the gym behind me. Painted this, put the floor in. As you've seen the befores. I put up in the hallway a lot of pictures. We have our Abbey Road over here. I recorded at Abbey Road. I painted this whole place. Wanted to put some positive inspiration. Remind you just to keep going because things do get hard. Just a little reminder, stay positive, work hard, make it happen. And to the left of me, this is a picture of me with Dave Grohl and Lemmy from Motorhead, and this is Steve Strange, who was my manager, who I talked about in some of the previous episodes. That was Steve. All their magic is still around me here. This is when I recorded with Matt Sorum in Hollywood. This is when I was on tour in Japan and Tokyo. Every music studio needs a room where you can go, shut off the world, put your recording headphones on, push play, and start singing and writing music. Music on, world off. Where it's all gonna start. I wanted to put two working desk station in here. Behind me is my lovely desk chair, and my computer's here. The speakers, my setup where I'm gonna record. And then over here we have my piano, and we have a couple guitars, we have a bass. We got pretty much everything we need to get started. Like, it was amazing to get this money. I was able to go out for the first time in my life and take $15,000 and get everything I needed at once. I have a whole other side I'm gonna show you. That part is not done yet, but we're gonna show you what it could be. Yeah, there's more, guys, there's more. In here, let's go check out the stage room. What is gonna be our live streaming room. It's a pretty big room. We already have the beginning started. We have a stage built. Behind me, we're gonna go check out the other two rooms. Right behind me in this room, this could be a podcast studio. It might be a green screen room where we can shoot more videos. There's a lot of potential. As I get more of the money and the budget comes in, I get a little bit more resources. We can put a floor in here, tables, some more equipment, some more cameras, some more microphones. I want to do really cool podcasts because there's a lot I want to talk about. So finally have the space to create. Here we have the art studio. Right, so as you can see, it's kind of like my mind. It's a creative place where there's toys and paintings. I'm able to get all the paints I needed, all the paintings we're gonna do. I can make my merchandise in here. I even got a sewing machine. Really likes it too. Drawer full of merchandise here. I'm gonna be up on my website. Behind me I have all the cool stuff that I like to do when I make special packages. Dumped all the money into making this a creative hub. We're setting ourselves up for success. Because as an artist, you know, there's a lot that goes into it. We have to fight for our art, we have to fight for the space, we have to fight for the resources. I have big visions and I have big dreams. This time in the world, the future, day by day, is unclear. We don't know what's gonna happen. But one thing I do know, no matter what anyone comes and tells us that we're not essential workers, or let's cut the art program, I know how important music and art is for our souls. It's a healing power and we're gonna keep fighting. My promise and gift to the world is to put my music and art out there, help other people too who want to get involved and put their music and art, and they might not know where to start. They might not even have a computer. They might not have the space, the time, the money, the resources. I know how hard it is to get to a place where you can do that and have a chance in this game. So that's why I created Hollis Playhouse, and that's why I want to build Passion Productions. So I have no idea what's gonna happen next. After the last few years, I've surrendered to the fact that sometimes the universe has different plans for us. And you might not always get what you want, but as the Rolling Stones say, sometimes you find you get what you need. And in a time where there's constant darkness trying to keep us down in this world, we have to stick together and bring the light.